Okay, time to make our second room. So we select our first one and just drag it and drop it like that. Going to go on the 3D view into our new room. At the top we'll hit the toggle group ignore and we'll just select our wall, delete it. Go back to here, select this new room and just fix it like that. Okay, so now we have this one wall separating in between the two. So just go to toggle texture application and just put it on the new side. So there we have it. Now let's put a door leading in between the two. We'll go to the entity tool and we will go to prop static. Yeah, sure, we'll do a checkpoint door. Prop static, place that there, double click it. In world model, go to browse, type checkpoint into the filter, and we're looking for props underscores doors, checkpoint door frame 01. Double click that and hit apply. From here you're going to want to jump your grid down to about 4 or so. Actually 2 is probably better. And then you'll drag it kinda into the middle like that. About like that if you could see. There and there. And in this view you're just going to want to make sure that the bottom of it is flush with the floor. So once that's in place, we're going to go back to our ignore, select our wall, and then we're going to use a new tool called the clipping tool. What this tool does is it allows us to chop up our walls into multiple pieces or just plain cut off parts. So with our wall selected, we're going to go to the clipping tool and then drag a line from the top to the bottom along the edge of the door frame like that. And you'll want to hit Shift plus X until both these sides are white and not white and red like that. Once you have that, hit enter, and you can see our wall is now split into multiple parts. Now, we'll click the bigger part, and we'll do this process again. Cutting along, and hit enter. Now, select the middle piece, and drag this bottom edge up until it's flush with the top. Like that. It actually needs to be a little bit further down. No, that's too much. We'll go to 1, put it like that. And since we have no draw on the bottom, we'll use our tool again, select that bottom edge, and apply our measure generic. So now we have a door frame. Cool, huh? Yeah. You'll want to select your door frame. Make sure your grid is on 2 or so. Hold shift, drag it 1 forward, and drag it 1 back. So you basically duplicated it. And you'll want to double click it, change it from a prop static to a prop door rotating checkpoint. And we can make the world model checkpoint door 01. Hit OK, hit apply. You can check it out now. We have our checkpoint door. Let's double click it and go to, let's say, flags, uses, closes. That looks good. Make sure the spawn position is at closed and not either of those. And we want it to open both directions is fine. Speed is fine. That should be good. Okay, now that we have our door, let's turn this into a hallway instead of a big room. So we'll select our main room here, or rather our secondary room. And then in the top view, we're going to want to bump up the grid to about 8. We can move this down like that. And this down like that. And there we have a hallway. So, once again, we can select this hallway here. Hold shift, drag it, extend it like that, make the sides a little bigger. Let's try to keep it somewhat symmetrical here. Let's see, 430, let's go up to 512, like that, and we now have a somewhat square room. Problem is we're missing a wall. So, we can go back to ignore, click this back wall and delete it here. Then we're going to want to grab one of these, shift drag it, make sure it's kind of at the middle, go to Tools, Transform, rotate 90 degrees on the Z-axis. Let's see if that's the right way. Sure is. Now put it into position here. Let's see. It's not quite lined up. There we go. Now in our 3D view, we can again select these walls here. And we'll want to connect them so that there's no space into the void. Like that. So again, select this wall. And we can go to the clipping tool here. Bump down the grid. No, actually... oh, our walls went out of shape. So we'll want to make them at least 8 square. Like that. Now we can select this wall. Go to the clipping tool again. Clip there. Select the wall again. Clip there. Delete the middle piece. And then just remove this node draw here. And here. And there we have it. Our survivors now have weapons. They have med kits. There's a starting room door without a lever. I don't think that goes on by default, so we'll hit that up in the next tutorial. And then they can move into this open chamber here down a hallway. So, next video should be up soon.